always been afraid of the dark, but only when I'm alone. That part matters. If someone is in the next room, I'm fine. If there's another presence in the house, even asleep, even quiet, it's different. The dark becomes something shared, and shared darkness is lighter. I've tried to explain this to people who don't feel it. They usually say, nothing's going to happen. And they're right. But that's not the point. Safety and the feeling of safety are two different things. And only one of them requires another person in the room. But alone, that's when it changes. The dark itself doesn't scare me. I can sit in a dark room without thinking about monsters or ghosts. That's not what this is. It's the combination. Darkness, silence, and no one else there. Each one I can manage. Together, they feel like exposure. The sense that if something happened right now, I would be the only one to know. I remember the first time I noticed it. I was 9, maybe 10. The adults had gone out. An older relative was home, asleep on the couch. Technically, I wasn't alone, but they were unreachable in that way sleeping people are. I remember standing in the hallway, lights on, completely safe, and feeling something shift. Not danger, not dread, just the awareness of being the only conscious person in the space. That was the first time I understood the difference between being alone in a room and being alone in a house. A few nights ago, the power went out. I was alone. The house shut down instantly. No lights, no hum, no sound. Just me and the dark. I went to bed anyway. It's uncomfortable but manageable, as long as nothing interrupts it. At 2 a.m., the electricity returned. The TV turned on. I woke up to a voice talking about magic in graves. For a few seconds, I didn't understand. There was just a voice in my apartment. At 2 a.m., I was alone. That's what mattered. Not the topic, not the program. The fact that there was no one to turn to. If someone else had been there, I would have said, "Did you hear that?" And it would have ended there. But there was no one. I got up, walked to the living room. The TV was on. Same channel, different program. Nothing strange, nothing supernatural, just timing. But the few seconds before I understood were long, not dramatic, just a tightening. A quiet alertness the body produces when it decides, briefly, that you might need it. Presence changes things. It's not logical. If something truly dangerous happened, another person asleep in the next room might not help much. And yet, knowing someone is there softens the dark. I think it comes down to witness. When you're alone, you are the only one inside the moment. If something happens, you are the only one who hears it, the only one who reacts, the only one who remembers. That weight is subtle, but it's real, not fear of what's out there. Fear of being the only one in here. I think about this sometimes in the context of how we live now. More of us are living alone than ever before, by choice, often. And it's fine, mostly. But there are moments, small, quiet moments, when the apartment feels less like freedom and more like a space designed for two that only one person showed up to fill. The TV turned on. I turned it off. Nothing happened, but I left the hallway light on, because when I'm alone, darkness feels deeper, and I've stopped pretending it doesn't. There's something honest about admitting that. Some fears don't disappear with age. They just grow quieter, more familiar, less embarrassing, until one night the power goes out. A voice appears from nowhere, and for a moment, you're 9 years old again, standing in a hallway, perfectly safe and completely aware that you're the only one there.